Hello and welcome back to A World Without with me, Kris.
And me, Jack. This is the podcast where we get into the hypothetical and discuss what we think would happen if something from our everyday lives suddenly stopped existing tomorrow.
Yep, and today we are talking about what life might be like in a world without fruit. Well, fruit.
Yep.
That's all I got written down.
Right, not even types of fruit?
No, just 5 fruit. 5 a day.
5 a day.
We managed to get it in nice and early.
Easy. Right, good opener there. Right. Yeah, so I was thinking about what is fruit. Turns out everything.
Everything is fruit.
More than I thought. And also, all the fruits aren't the sort of fruits I thought they were.
Really?
Basically, my whole life's been a lie, is what I've learnt here.
Everything's got turned upside down.
Yeah.
Explain, do tell.
Watermelon. It's a berry, apparently.
And is a berry not a fruit?
But berry's fruit. But if you said, name me the berries, mate. Watermelon wouldn't have been there.
Up there.
Yeah. Eggplant, berry. So not only is it a fruit, which, no, it's not. It's also a berry.
So it's not an egg.
It's not an egg. It's not a plant. It's a fruit and it's a berry, right? So just ridiculous. Chili peppers, berry. No, it's not. Who invented the words?
What?
Right?
Why? What? So
Yeah.
berries are just
Strawberries,
crazy.
not a berry. Raspberries, not a berry. Blackberries, not a berry. Whoever made the English language, right? They just need to sort their life out.
Berries are all over the place.
Berries are not what I thought they were. Just some other mentions. Banana, also a berry. But read somewhere it's also a herb.
Well, I guess when the fruit all disappears, then we'll finally find out.
Well, yeah. We're like, oh, we do have that. Right.
So it must be a herb.
Avocado, squash, cucumber, pumpkins, olives, all fruit.
Wow. These definitions are messed
I can
up.
kind of see avocado. It's
Yeah.
not sweet, but it looks a bit like you'd imagine a
Kind
fruit.
of, yeah, because there's the typical, like, tomatoes people are always like, it's a vegetable,
Yeah.
but it's actually a fruit. But it's kind of both,
Yeah.
really, because technically a fruit is a botanical term. Like,
Yeah.
something is officially a fruit in the sort of biology of it, whereas a vegetable is just defined by a plant that you eat that isn't a fruit. That's kind of like the rough definition. It's more of a culinary definition for vegetable.
Right.
They're two separate things. They're not equal, fruit and veg.
Oh, okay.
So it's very weird. So
So you can get something that is a fruit, but is also used as a vegetable.
pretty much like a tomato is sort of a vegetable
Like a cucumber.
and a cucumber.
Well, because botanically speaking, cereal grains such as corn, rice, and wheat are also kind of a fruit. No, they're not.
What?
Right? That one wound me up. Like, in all the research I've done for all these podcasts, I actually got actively annoyed researching this one. I was just like, it's not a fruit. Stop lying to me.
Internet, what are you on
Yeah.
about?
So this one bothered me a lot.
On that subject still, do you prefer fruit or veg?
Fruit, easy.
You're a fruit guy.
Fruit's sweet and tasty.
I think so.
Veg
Yeah,
is-
exactly.
yeah.
But I feel like I've been tricked into liking fruit more my whole life. Like when I was young, it was always, hey, banana split, strawberries and cream. You know, all these kind of desserts and
Because
everything.
it fits with dessert. You wouldn't want a pumpkin split.
Maybe I would. Pumpkin
Maybe.
pie. You have a sweet
pie is
pumpkin
good,
pie.
Yeah, that's true.
But I never
okay, I
had
picked a
one
bad
of those.
example, right?
Never had one of those as a kid. You know, there's all these nicer things, but gradually, you know, the sprinkles got removed from the banana split, then the ice cream went, and then you just left with a banana. And now I'm a man eating bananas, thinking I like them.
But they are good, though.
They're not bad.
They're sweet. What have you got against bananas? They're fine.
I don't know. I just feel like I've been coerced into liking them.
Yeah. I mean, I like veg as well, but I would just think, fruit's a bit more of a treat. It's sweet. It's nice. It is the dessert
It's a bit more
to
refreshing.
the vegetables.
But I eat more veg.
Well, yeah, but just because putting apples on everything doesn't really work.
Doesn't really work because it's more of like a main meal thing, whereas
Yeah.
a fruit's more like a
Dessert,
fun
yeah.
snack
Yeah.
or a dessert. Yeah.
Continuing on about bananas, right? I was thinking about, who would be affected by this, and I thought monkeys, obviously.
Oh, monkeys, they're going to be livid.
Apparently not, right? Monkeys don't eat bananas, apparently. Obviously, they do in zoos and stuff.
Because
right?
we give them
to
bananas.
them. But in the wild, never. But apparently, bananas don't really grow that much in, the wild. Like, they're only in
What?
plantations. And so they don't really come across them, and so they don't really eat them.
So again, I've been lied to as a child.
Yeah.
I bet you rabbits don't eat carrots.
Almost certainly
Bet
not.
you they hate them.
Yeah. So everything's a lie, is basically what I've learned about this whole podcast episode, which is annoying. And apparently even the bananas we're feeding them in zoos, we've got to stop feeding them to them because they're too sweet and they're making them fat.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, they don't like them anyway. So not only
Well,
do
no,
they
they
not...
do. That's
Oh,
the
they
thing.
do
They
like
love
them now.
They're like crack to them.
So the monkeys would be angry about bananas disappearing.
Yeah.
So-
But only the ones in zoos who've actually found them. The ones in the wild, they don't even know what a banana is. They're just like, oh, by the way, the bananas are gone. They're like, the what?
I'm sure that's what a monkey would say, yes.
Yeah.
Do you think that's why King Kong was so angry climbing up the building then?
He's like, where's the bananas?
I've heard there's bananas near here.
I thought if I came to New York, I'd find a load of bananas. I haven't found any anywhere. That's why he's at the top of the tower getting a good look out for all the bananas. Also, with pumpkins having gone, Halloween, a bit ruined. No more jack-o'-lanterns.
That's like the symbol of Halloween.
Yeah, so, I don't know, what do you reckon that we could carve now? Carrot?
Big scary carrot.
Just an angry carrot.
Yeah.
Just put a little angry face in the carrot.
Just any kind, potatoes, just...
Potatoes.
What does it even have to be
Because you need to be able to hollow it out to put a little... and I don't think there's many others you can.
Yeah, that's true. A pumpkin does feel very kind of head-shaped.
You can't hollow out an onion, really, can you?
You can try, but it make you cry. Bit Halloweeny, though. Scary.
Scary. Yeah. I'm like, what happened? What happened? It's like, carved an onion.
Carved an onion up and now I'm terrified. I'd probably just use like a bucket or something like that. Just cut some holes in a bucket. Then you don't have to like scoop out all the gross goo
That's
in
kind
the
of
middle.
fun, though, isn't it?
You like scooping out the goo.
Yeah, that's the fun bit.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, no, the fun bit's carving it.
Fun bit's carving it, which I did. Maybe they just make like
You're going to
special...
carve a bucket. I mean, I don't know, that just feels weird.
This idea has only been around for about 5 seconds.
Yeah, I
mine,
don't think it's
so-
going to last very long. I think we'll just
I think I've already
stop with the
given up on it.
jack-o'-lanterns generally. Would we still have fruit-flavoured things? Because they're all made with chemicals,
They're
really,
like
aren't they?
artificial anyway, yeah. I mean, even like banana flavourings for food
Yeah.
and stuff isn't really used bananas anymore.
It doesn't
like,
really even taste like bananas.
Not really, no. And strawberry ice cream doesn't really taste of strawberries
No.
either. Again, more lies. Fruit
yeah,
equals lies.
Yeah, because like, all the sweets and stuff we have, like I know some of them claim to like, oh, we're made with real fruit juice or whatever, but
Yeah.
the majority of them probably don't.
Probably don't.
So
And
I think
probably
we'd
for
still
good
have
reason.
fruit flavoured stuff, so we wouldn't entirely miss it.
No, maybe they'd not even call it fruit flavoured anymore. It would just be like plant flavoured.
That sounds gross.
That
though,
does
doesn't
sound
it?
gross.
Yeah, I don't think any kids are going to want plant flavoured sweets.
But they just couldn't ever claim like there'd be like a legal issue with calling it fruit flavored because there are no fruit. We all know there's no fruits anymore in the world. So
Right.
legally, they're on thin ice.
But I was thinking about drinks then, because other than, you got water, you got tea, you got coffee, a lot of drinks revolve around fruit. Got orange juice and apple juice, and even like your squashes or your cordials or whatever, they're often fruit flavoured.
Yeah, a lot of fruity drinks.
And a lot of like your fizzy drinks, you got lemonade, and even stuff like, I think Coke contains like fruit extracts, I think.
Probably.
I don't know. I know
Probably.
Dr. Pepper does, but
What fruit does that contain?
pepper? Well, as we learnt, that's a fruit apparently. So.
Apparently, yeah.
So, I don't know. But yeah, so most drinks contain fruit in some way. So what do we drink nowadays? Obviously, I drink a lot of tea anyway, so that doesn't really affect me. Although, probably, knowing the way it's going, tea's probably a fruit.
Probably, yeah. Milk's a fruit.
Yeah, who knows?
Water's a fruit.
Yeah, probably. But let's just say it's not, right? So I think I'd generally be okay. But, I will miss apple juice and orange juice in the morning. Because I'm
Yeah.
not drinking carrot juice.
I
Nah.
kind of like carrot
Oh.
juice.
Oh, yeah. No,
I know. I'm sorry. I'm
That's-
trying to get
that's-
on the vegetable.
That's gross. Well, you're prepping yourself.
I'm prepared. Yeah.
Yeah. But I was thinking about alcoholic drinks. Obviously, beers.
Always are.
Yeah. As beer's obviously fine, I think, probably.
Well, didn't you say like grains are
yeah,
fruits?
wheat's effectively a fruit. So yeah, okay, we lose beer and cereal as well. But okay, let's just be real and say wheat isn't a fruit, is it? Right? and so we still have beer, but we lose cider because you lost apples.
Oh no, that's my favourite.
Yeah, me too. But we also lose wine.
I'm still a bit sad.
Yeah.
Wine I drink when I want to seem fancy somewhere.
Yeah,
Now
but I think wine's probably a bit more popular than cider is.
Probably.
So I think worldwide, people are a bit more bothered by the loss of wine.
Yeah.
Which means we also lose champagne. Which means what do we drink when we want to be fancy now and
When
like
we wanna
celebrate?
celebrate. Yeah. Pop a bottle of tea.
Doesn't work, does it?
Doesn't work.
Popping a beer to celebrate is fine, but not in like a fancy
Not in,
occasion.
you wouldn't go to a wedding and
Yeah.
all like
At New Year's, you would pop the bottle of
or at
beer.
the end of a Formula One race, the winner
Yeah,
just gets
shaking a
bottle
can of beer up.
bottle of
Yeah.
beer thrown over
Doesn't
him.
really work, does it? So I don't know what we'd replace it with.
You just have to try and think of other celebratory things, confetti and things like
You
that.
can't drink confetti,
Not
Chris.
to drink. I mean, come on. I mean, to sprinkle. Just
Right.
to be like, hey, celebrate.
So on the Formula One, they're just throwing some confetti
Some
up in
confetti
the air.
over it, yeah.
Yeah, it's not got the same feel to it, has it?
It hasn't, though. Much less danger of slipping over now. on the old banana skins. That's through history, always been warned and fabled. Don't slip on the banana skin, and they are surprisingly slippery. Have you ever slipped on one before?
No, I didn't think that was actually a thing.
It's an actual thing.
Have you slipped on a banana skin?
I have once.
Of course you have.
It was incredibly exhilarating.
The cartoon character that you are. Well, how did this happen?
I think it was when I was back at school. You know, they've got those. It was like a whole floor, so they're very slippery already. Right. Even just a bit of water would make you go. Yeah. Some idiot, bit of banana skin on the floor. Whoop.
You didn't see it?
I didn't actually make that noise. Like nothing happened, but I've really slipped.
You didn't see it coming?
No. Yes, I saw it coming and stood on it.
Wouldn't surprise me.
It was terrifying, I tell you.
I wonder where that came from, though.
It just must have been like Laurel and Hardy or some really old like slapstick comedian like that, maybe.
Without the stereotype of them being like really slippery, I wouldn't have particularly considered bananas to be slippery. I'm never eating a banana; it starts slipping out. And go,
whoa! I dropped that. I mean? It's not like a bar of soap.
No, so someone must have slipped on it first and be like, "They were really slippery."
I'm going to make light of this situation and make money from it by writing a comedy thing.
So if you know where that started, let us know. We'll all be going to the doctor more. You know, can't have apples a day to keep them away.
Exactly. Why are we trying to keep the doctors away anyway? If you fall over and break your leg. And then a doctor turns up. He doesn't even turn up. And they're like, did you eat an apple? And you're like,
yeah. Well, now he's not going to come, is he?
Now he's not going to turn up. You idiot. Lay there and cry.
Yeah, I don't think you've taken the wrong interpretation of that saying. I think it's more that you don't need a doctor because you're healthy.
Right.
Which actually probably will be true. If we're not eating fruit, we'll probably be quite unhealthy now.
But I guess the doctor, he's not going to have been eating fruit either. So he can't exactly like tell you off for not eating fruit anymore. We're all in the same fruitless boat.
Yeah, but I guess he's not angry at you. You just need to see him more because you're now ill.
True, that's
scurvy or whatever.
You not got an angry doctor then?
No.
Why telling me off all the time?
Should be eating more fruit. You probably should be eating more fruit.
I think we all should.
We should.
As a community.
I don't think I've ever got 5 a day.
It's quite a high number
That's
to punch for, isn't it?
I've eaten 5 grapes a day. You know.
Yeah, but I mean,
I don't think 1 grape counts.
I don't think a grape counts as 1.
No. How many grapes is 1?
I think a handful, they say, don't they? A handful of fruit equals 1.
Right. And you have to eat different fruit. If I eat 5 apples, does that count?
No. Yeah, it's got to all be individual different
It's way
ones.
too much. That's way too much fruit.
Why do 5 a day anyway? Why not make it simpler? Like, I think I worked out it's 1 fruit every 4.8 hours.
Not as catchy.
Not as catchy, but a bit easier to manage time-wise.
Is it?
Maybe.
Well, every 4, like you're sleeping, you've got a little alarm to go off every 4.8 hours. Got to have my fruit.
Banana.
Yeah. No, definitely. I don't think you should run an ad campaign with 1 every 4.8 hours.
All right,
5 a day.
35 a week.
5 a day is still better.
But look, sometimes
35 a week is horrible.
I could just eat all 35 on the weekend and call it.
You're going to be binge fruiting.
I might binge fruit.
Nah, as we've learnt about alcohol, I think the binge fruiting is not as effective as consistently eating fruit.
You sound just like my doctor. Pretty glad the old raisins have gone now.
Oh,
can't stand a raisin.
Hate raisins.
Not just raisins. Anything of the shriveled family.
Did you know a prune is a dried plum?
I didn't know it.
I had no idea.
But I know that all of those things, currants, they're all dried versions of actual fruit. And it's just disgusting. I can make a raisin by dropping a grape under my fridge, coming back 2 weeks later, and bam, there's a raisin there.
Yeah.
Any fruit that has shriveled in the name, it just shouldn't be a thing.
You've taken all the good bits of the fruit out.
You have, and they try and sell it like, oh, they're sun-ripened and kissed and everything. No, they're not.
It's old.
They're just old and shriveled.
Gross. Would you say that's the worst fruit, raisin?
Well, yeah, probably for me in my life. That's the one fruit I won't touch.
That or grapefruit. I hate grapefruit.
Well, there's that. What's that really like stinky fruit in another country that smells like vomit?
Oh, durian.
Durian, yeah.
I remember going to a hotel once and they had a sign up that just said you're not allowed to bring durian fruit. And I was like, how big a problem is this?
Well, they obviously had a durian problem.
They had an incident.
There's
one
a story
time.
behind that sign.
I wish I knew that story, but yeah, there were clearly that's going to be an issue. But along the lines of dried fruit, we can't go on dates anymore. Get it?
Right. Let me pull this apart a little bit. First up, what a terrible pun. Secondly, neither of us are going on any dates anyway.
Well, we don't need to tell the audience that, do we? No, yeah. There's going to be a huge problem for me personally. All the dates I can't
All
go on
those
anymore.
dates.
Shut up, Chris. All right. Don't even tell them that.
Still trying to look on the upside of things, find more benefits of all this fruit now missing. We might get a few more varied paintings. So often you'll just see a painting of a bowl of fruit.
Yeah.
Why? It's been done before. You're not original. Go paint something else.
Colourful, isn't it?
I mean, yeah.
A range of colours, fruit are.
Paint a rainbow.
Well, then we'll just end up getting loads of rainbow paintings.
True, but I guess it's just a good opportunity to think about it more and start painting different things. And plus, anyway, as a new painter, you're probably not going to have all the different colours of paint anyway. Just paint.
What, you think when
one
you start
colour.
out painting, you just buy blue?
You
and
just
you're
buy
gonna
blue.
Go,
I'll see how it goes.
well, if once I've mastered blue, I'll buy some green. And then, once I've done green, I might get some red.
Yeah, it's like karate belts.
Yeah. You start on the blue, go on to the green, and then you get black at the end. You just finally get to do all your shadows and stuff. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's not how painting works, mate.
Right, okay.
What's your favourite fruit?
Good question. Very good question. I feel like I just want to say strawberries, just as a natural gut reaction.
That's where you go.
Yeah.
Because I think there's two different questions here. Obviously, without them being gone anymore, there's what is your favourite fruit, but also what's the fruit you'd miss the most? Because I think they're different things.
That is different,
like,
yeah.
a mango is my favourite fruit. Love a mango, but I don't really eat mangoes every day.
No.
Whereas I have an apple every day.
Good.
And so I'd miss apples way more than I'd miss mangoes.
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't know. I'd quite miss bananas as well. There's a sort of
You were just having a go at bananas before.
Yeah, for slipping over on them. But
Right.
if I get the better of them and they're in my tummy,
Right.
I don't eat the skins.
You don't?
That's why I'm falling over all the time.
You eat skinless bananas? Interesting.
You eat
bold choice.
skin.
Oh, I love a skin on a banana. Oh, so
can
tough.
you imagine? I used to know someone that would eat the entirety of an apple, including the core and.
Yeah, I've known
I was
people
gonna,
like that.
I was going to say the leaf, but they never have a leaf on that. That's false advertising.
That is. Yeah, but those people are messed up.
Pretty messed up. If you're one of them, stop it. Well, you're going to now anyway. Fruit's gone.
Ha. Have that.
How'd you like those apples? You don't. Or you do. A lot.
Very good.
Yeah. Those really cool, fancy, like Brazilian fruit hats. They're going to be gone now. They're just going to be bought. There's going to be a hat.
Yeah, like the hat. Rio Festival or whatever will be a little bit more bland.
Exactly. What they're going to put vegetables on it now.
Yeah, it doesn't
instead.
look the same. There's an onion and a carrot and a potato.
What are they for? What?
It's just lively, aren't they?
It's just fun. Hey,
as we discussed
I've
before,
got a banana on my head.
It's just lots.
I'm so much fun.
I think it's all the vibrant colours. As we discussed before, the same thing with the paintings. They're just a good way to express vibrance and colour.
It is, yeah. Fruits are very happy things, aren't they?
Yeah. Unless when you slip over on a banana.
Unless
then
you
it's
slip
not
over on one
happy.
and then you go, oh,
damn
why
you,
I
fruit."
oughta.
So obviously doing the research for this, I was looking up different fruits and stuff. There's something called a pine berry. You know what a pine berry is?
Is it actually what a pineapple should be called because a pineapple's actually a berry?
No, pineapples are something like a multiple fruit or something like that. It's loads of fruits combined or something like that.
I've also read that.
I don't know. I didn't really pay attention. But no, a pine berry is a white strawberry looking thing that tastes like pineapples. It's crazy.
You blew my mind.
Look it up. Look it up at home. It's awesome.
A pine berry.
I've never had one, but it sounds cool and looks
want
cool.
one. I think first thing we do after we end this podcast is we go get pine berries.
I'm not sure where we get them from. I've never seen one before, other than the internet.
I was looking up if there have been any fruits that have gone extinct over time, and I couldn't really find any. I feel like they've kind of evolved to not be exactly the same anymore. So sort of like various versions of strawberries have died out.
Yeah.
I know a few versions of bananas have died out through like human breeding, not breeding with a human.
Banana man. Wait, wasn't it?
Banana man.
Banana man was a thing. That's how he was born.
He's gone now too. Surely,
Oh,
or half of him is.
He's just man.
Hello, I'm man.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
that's not as interesting at all.
What superpowers did he have?
Slipping over?
He made people slip over. He just there'd be a bank robbery, and he'd just
lay down in front of the entrance.
They'd all fall over, and he'd be like, "There you go, please. I've done my duty."
That's Banana Man's job for the day. See you later.
And then
he runs down the streets and slips over.
And then his evil villain was sent his monkeys on him or something.
Was there a monkey? I don't really remember the show.
I don't really.
It feels like the villain should definitely be a
Should have
monkey
been a
in that
monkey.
show.
If it wasn't, rewrite history.
Yeah. So fruitarians are a thing. People who eat pretty much only fruit.
So wait, what? A fruitarian only eats fruit?
Well, I don't think I think it's like the majority of their diet is fruit,
Wow.
basically. And Steve Jobs and Mahatma Gandhi were both, at some point in their life, fruitarians.
Is that why he called it apple? He loved it so much.
Maybe.
Apple.
Just looked around his room, there's only apples around. He's just like, we'll just call it apple.
Apple.
Apple will do. I didn't even make that connection when I found that out. What we learned.
Not much.
Nothing's a fruit. Everything's a fruit. Grains are fruit. Watermelons are berries. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it'd be annoying to lose the fruits. We might die, but equally we might not.
Like, well, we obviously passed over the fact this would be catastrophic for nature. Like,
For just nature
pretty
in
much
general.
most animals rely on fruit in some way, I
I'm
imagine.
sure there's something we could do.
The
to help
ecosystem
them
would
out.
probably entirely collapse, but we wanted to keep it light. So yeah, like, actually be pretty awful. But other than that, monkeys might get annoyed.
Less doctors about.
Less doctors about. No, more doctors about.
Well, no. Oh, true. Oh, yeah.
We
More
can't keep
doctors
them away
about.
anymore. Well, that's probably
I haven't learned anything. I'm backtracking now.
Yeah, we got a recap.
Recap. I'm just gonna listen.
You
back
just
to
listen
the
back
podcast.
to it and you'll get it.
All right.
But yep, there we go. I think that'll do us for today. Hope you enjoyed listening.
Yep, let us know your thoughts about a world without fruit. Are there any weird stuff that we didn't ever think of? There probably is always loads. Always. So let us know. If you're listening on YouTube, you can let us know down in the comments.
But if you're listening on any of the popular podcast places, you can tweet us at Kris and Jack. That's Kris with a K.
Oh, yeah. Thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Goodbye.